Hey babes, it's B, and today I'm back with another bullet journal video. Today I'm doing my October plan with me, and for this month's theme, I just did Halloween in general. I just added in a bunch of spooky Halloween-y type things in there and just called it a theme. So right now I'm writing October, and I'm kind of adding these drippy things, which will be blood. Blood is dripping off of October. And around, I just have a bunch of little ghosts, and they're pretty simple ghosts, nothing too extravagant. They're just like kind of little loopy things. And now I'm filling in the rest of the letters that is kind of under the blood, but I've used a thinner marker just to kind of give an illusion that it's there. And now I'm adding in the spiders just to give off that aspect of Halloween also. And then I also added a bat, which can be scary, also a vampire since that works. And now I'm adding the faces on my ghosts. They all look so sad and ghosty. And on the other side of the page is where I did my quote. And for this quote, I did double double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, which is from Shakespeare's Macbeth. And for this, I literally did a cauldron with a bunch of loopy things that are supposed to symbolize the smoke and stuff coming from the cauldron, magic if you will. And then of course I have a couple bubbles like right at the edge of the cauldron. And now just erasing my pencil lines before I go in and color things. So now is where I go in and do the blood. And I did use a bright red marker for the blood, but I did use a darker red just to kind of add some shadows, more depth, and then I did eventually go in with a white pen to add the highlights. Now I've just finished adding the shadows on the blood, so I'm going to add some shadows for the letters, and for this I just used a light gray marker so it's kind of subtle. And I also wanted to add something into that empty space, so I incorporated magic into this Halloween theme. And so I'm adding a bunch of sparkles, which I will accent with a gold color, and that's just supposed to be magic. Another aspect of Halloween, fantasy, things like that. So I just incorporated that kind of last minute into my spread, but I do like the way that it turned out. So now I moved back to the quote, and I'm going over the words with my Tombow Funanoski pen. And for the words that are in the cauldron, I'm going to go over them with a white pen. Now I'm adding those white highlights to the blood, like I mentioned before, and this is just kind of to make the blood look more like blood, less flat, so it's not just some random red thing. And now I'm moving on to my calendar spread for the month. And first I started with the decor around the actual calendar. And now I'm doing this kind of crooked tree silhouette. And at the bottom I did draw a little black cat, and at the bottom of the page I drew some tombstones and grass, and then I'm going to fill that all in black. Now I'm kind of preparing my page to actually fill it on in, so I'm lining the edges just so I don't go over and mess up the rest of my bullet journal pages or something like that. It's just to kind of give me an outline, guidelines, to make it like easier for me. And now in the top corner of the page, I drew a moon in yellow, and I'm also going to draw a witch's silhouette riding on her broomstick, and I thought this was a super cute idea. And also this is going to double as the O in October. And for the rest of October, I just did it in pretty loopy calligraphy, just kind of to give it a little bit of elegance, I guess. But I do like the way that it turned out. And now at the top of the page, I'm adding these gray clouds, which are also going to serve as the background for more silhouettes. Only this time they're bats, and this is also adding to the whole Halloween theme I have going on. I did add a bat in the cover page, so kind of working together. And I really like the way that these bats turned out. I think they look very nice and bat-like. Now I'm adding a little spider at the bottom of the calendar, and now I'm actually drawing the calendar, and unlike my other bullet journal videos, this is not a very nice looking calendar because the squares are crooked, and that's supposed to be scary. Halloween, yes. And now I'm just adding kind of messy scribbles as the background for the numbers of the days. And I'm erasing all of my pencil lines before I actually write them in with a white pen, which I skipped the number 11 and had to go back. I went over it in the black marker, and I did realize while I was doing this that I messed up. That's why I had two 22s, because I had actually started doing it right at 22. And now I'm going back, going over them, and fixing. And now, moving on, I'm doing my mood tracker. And I did pumpkins, but jack-o'-lanterns also. So I did the pumpkin as the blank mood tracker, and then all of the different jack-o'-lantern faces are going to represent my moods for each day. And I didn't color them in the video, but after a couple days of filling in the mood tracker with just the faces, I realized that I wanted to color the pumpkins in orange, so I did that, but not in the video. I did the key at the bottom of the page with all of the faces, and I did happy, neutral, anxious, stressed, sad, moods like that. And now on the other side of the page, I'm doing my brain dump. And I also did a zombie, and I really actually liked this spread. I literally did the zombie's brain poking out of its head. You know, thought it was great. Worked with my whole brain dump thing going on. And now I'm outlining the zombie and erasing all my pencil lines before I go and color him in. And now, moving on, I'm doing my first weekly spread for October, and at the top I wrote the days of the week, which I messed up in pencil, but I caught myself and fixed it when I was writing in pen, so I had to freehand the Saturday and the Sunday at the end. But I did it, and it was great. And for this, I drew kind of half boxes, except at the end it's going to be a spider hanging on its string. And then I drew a couple webs. I drew the actual spiders. I thought it was super cute. And at the bottom half of the page, I added a quote, which says, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, ... and spiders." And I thought that was super cute, and obviously it matched my spread, and very, very true. I agree very much. I don't like spiders. And now I'm just adding a bunch of little spider things around the quote just to make it cute, and I love the way that it turned out. I really like this spread. Now I'm adding a few extra details. I went over some of it with white pen, and I also added a few more spider webs, a few more spiders, and now I'm erasing pencil lines. So this is the final flip through for my October 2019 bullet journal spread. I hope you guys loved this theme and enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and share, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this from me. And and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!